the mafia, like you walk into a room, you don't know if you're coming out, you walk in, someone else shoots you. Like Andrew Tate literally walked you into a room, put a gun on the table and was like, here, go ahead, True Geordie, here, let me walk you into this room. What are you going to do? And then True Geordie walked in, took the gun and shot himself in the head with the apology. All right, Jesse on Fire. Let's talk about this True Geordie and Andrew Tate situation. Well, I mean, I guess there's actually kind of a lot of things going on. True Geordie had to make a really heartfelt apology that I caught yesterday. And so I looked into it. I was like, generally, I see like guy makes really heavy apology. There's probably a funny story associated with it, which would not dictate an apology if they would have talked to me first. And this was definitely one of those situations. I'm going to get into the entire thing. Because Andrew Tate, anyway, we'll get into it because Andrew Tate definitely won this. Like this was actually a war between two guys, a really short one that Andrew Tate won in a single chess move. That is like, listen, True Geordie, I would love to work with you, True Geordie. I'm not like, I would love you. I have never heard a single negative thing about you from anybody who's worked with you. Everyone has nothing but good things to say about you. I'm not like, if it sounds like I'm like running my mouth, like if anything, take this as me kind of like teasing one of my buddies because it's inevitable. It's going to kind of come off like that because I would say you made a misstep here, a strategic misstep that Andrew walked you right into, like literally just like set a trap and walked you into it. Was like, here, no. You said that I should blow myself up, right? That's what you said. You said I should blow myself up. I guess that means we're not friends. So if we're not friends, I'll treat you like an enemy. And here you go. Why don't you take door number 2, True Geordie, and see what it gets you. Anyway, so we'll talk about it. It is funny, dude. If you have a sense of humor, True Geordie, you have to admit this is funny afterwards. At least once this all comes down, you're going to have to admit this is funny. Anyway, so if you like the content, go ahead and subscribe and ring the bell. If this is your second or third or more video that you've watched of mine and you haven't subscribed, you're breaking the rules, dude. That is the deal we make. I don't ask for subscriptions. This is what it costs. If you want to watch my free content, all you have to do is just click a button. That's it. Literally, that's it, dude. It's free to you. I'm the one making all the effort. You just click that button and you can have as much as you want, dude. It's the best deal for you ever. Anyway, but also I promise to be entertaining. I really, really will. Now, one thing I'll say about Andrew Tate before we even get into this is I realized why the Andrew Tate and Jake Paul fight is happening after I made a video about the Andrew Tate and Jake Paul fight happening, where I was like, oh, I bet it's the bigger fight, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's actually probably not what happened. You guys know Logan Paul got injured. Logan Paul got injured doing WWE. I never put that together for some reason until afterwards where I was like, wait a minute. Logan Paul's supposed to fight Andrew Tate. Logan Paul gets injured. 2 days later, Jake Paul's fighting Andrew Tate. Okay, I think I know what happened there. But anyway, so this is a story that's going to be light on details because I will acknowledge you guys. I honestly, intentionally did not look super deep into what True Geordie said in general. I saw the thing about some kind of reference to a suicide bomb thing about Andrew Tate, whatever. And I know I have a lot of Muslim listeners or viewers. So let me make this perfectly clear. No one has more respect for that culture than me, dude. Islam Makhachev, Khabib, that whole crew, I have incredible respect for their way of life. They stand for a hell of a lot more than I do. And the people that I know, okay, like I have nothing but good things to say about that group. So if I say something like, dude, throwing Islamophobia at a person is stupid, that is in no way directed at you guys in any way. I love you guys, dude. Okay? I love you guys. I love all of you guys. I mean, like everybody. Okay? Except for the people that are like, it's Islamophobic. Those are the only people I don't love. Okay? The only group in this entire story that I don't love is anyone who went, oh my God, this is Islamophobic. It's Islamophobic, what he said. I don't like it. I don't like what he said. Shut up. Okay? Shut up, dude. Do you really think True Geordie is like some big like racist against Muslims guy? Do you really, honestly, you guys really think that? Or are you looking for a reason to make it seem like that? I don't, look, maybe I'm wrong, but I doubt it, right? So anyway, so True Geordie apparently doesn't like Andrew Tate. I will say this, dude. I didn't look into why he doesn't like Andrew Tate. I'm just going to say this on the front side. I hope it's not because he has some kind of serious issue with things that Andrew Tate said. Because if that's the case, like, dude, come on, man. grow up. Like, you know, if it's, I just don't, you know, and again, I intentionally did not look into this intentionally because I don't want to take, like, I don't want to take, I just want to talk about this one thing that led to this apology, which was so ill-advised and hilarious. Okay. So I have seen a lot of things said about Andrew Tate. Oh, he's a chauvinist. He is a person who dislikes women. You know what, dude? I've watched plenty of Andrew Tate stuff. I mean, I'm not like some big avid Andrew Tate consumer because, you know, he's saying things that I know, you know, I could deliver the same message. Maybe not quite as concisely as he does it, but I know this stuff, but I like the guy. He and I would obviously get along, will get along. But when I see people that are like, oh, blah, blah, he's a show, I'm like, he doesn't hate girls. That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous thing. Oh, have you seen the video of him with that girl where he's slapping her? I'm like, oh, you mean the one where he was role playing with the girl? And anyone who has a brain and has ever role played knew that instantly before anyone made a statement about it? That one? Get out of here, dude. You want to hold me accountable for what I do with my wife when I'm in a hotel room? Give me a break, dude. You'd be like, you sick bastard. Jesse, I knew you were a dirty boy. I didn't know you were dirty like that. Better yet, I didn't know Gabrielle was willing to do things like that. Don't worry about it, dude. You can't judge me on it, can you? So you can't judge him for things that he was doing with his girlfriend. Jesus, you know? But anyway, so I don't know if the reason why Geordie doesn't like him has to do with any of the things that I would say, like, dude, come on. Like, come on, guy. I have no idea. I don't know where their beef stems from. I don't know. But he has some kind of problem with Andrew Tate. It is what it is, okay? And so he made some comments. The only one that I saw was the thing about he should do something about about Andrew Tate being Muslim. He's like, he should do the world a favor and blow himself up. Like something about the implication being he's Muslim, so he should suicide bomb himself. Okay. Now, if there is tremendously more to this story where True Geordie said something that was incredibly racist towards Muslims that was not directed solely at the one person who he was talking about, which is Andrew Tate, okay? Like, he was talking about Andrew Tate. He was not talking about Muslims. He was talking about Andrew Tate, right? If there is some library of things that he said that I don't know about, then I apologize and just take this whole thing with a grain of salt that I didn't know about it, okay? But nonetheless, as I understand it, he's talking about Andrew Tate, and he made some references that people took like, oh, well, listen to that guy making a reference. But the bottom line is, Andrew Tate, the guy that he's talking about, is like, I'm sorry, what did you say? Did you say I should blow myself up? I should blow myself up. Oh, and my conversion to Islam was not genuine? Really? So at that point, Andrew Tate's going to respond. Like, does he seem like a guy that you're going to jump in the ring with and do some, like, if you got a big platform, like True Geordie has a big platform, dude. If you're going to jump in the ring with a guy like Andrew Tate and you have a platform as big as True Geordie, do you really think he's not going to respond? Like, of course he's going to respond. Look at the guy, dude. Look at him. He's, of course, going to respond. He's a combative, of course. Of course he's going to respond. And so if you're looking at this from like a, well, what's he going to do situation, it's like, well, Andrew Tate's going to try to win. Like, he's going to try to win, right? True Geordie said something nasty. Okay, well, Andrew Tate's a, win-loss guy, war guy. He's like, all right, well, I'm going to win. Well, so he could go on and he could go, you know what I see when I see you? He could like go look up a bunch of stuff and he could talk about all, whatever. He could talk about him. Okay, well, he went the other way, right? He goes, it's unbelievable that True Geordie would disrespect my faith, say that I'm not a truly converted Muslim, make incredibly disrespectful and hurtful references to suicide bombing, attacking billions of people worldwide, making incredibly Islamophobic statements. I'm shocked. I think that he's going to find out that was a big mistake. And so what happens? So he's got a big influence, dude. So a lot of people started pounding on True Geordie online, pounding him, dude, pounding him with the "you're Islamophobic" stick, right? You are an Islamophobe, and you want to know what I think about that, True Geordie? I think you're a bad person. So Do you think that Andrew Tate doesn't understand exactly what I said earlier, which is that clearly he's not a racist? He's just making he's talking about one guy. I haven't seen the statements, so don't, but like, I'm gonna go out on a limb. Andrew Tate's trying to win, dude. He's using the weapons at his disposal. And so he said, wow, he's an Islamophobe. And I think you guys should let him know about that. And he makes one statement and boom, True Geordie gets bombarded with negative criticism online, right? Like everybody's like, dah, dah, dah. To the point that True Geordie does a huge apology video where he's emotional. It's called like Listening, Learning, and Evolving or something like that. I was like, oh my God, dude. So I will absolutely promise you that when Andrew Tate saw Listening, Learning, Evolving, he looked at one of his buddies and just went, checkmate. Checkmate. Because you don't apologize, dude. You can't apologize. And it's not because you don't ever say a thing that you wish you hadn't said. It's because the public apology never does the thing that you think it's going to do. I would have never even known about this situation. I literally would have never known about this situation if True Geordie didn't do the Listening, Learning, Evolving video. Like, all you're doing is taking a situation you wish didn't happen and then dumping a gallon of gasoline on it. Like, the apology never fixes anything. It makes it worse 100% of the time. There's never been a situation where a person apologizes and then it just goes away, except if you're in like, if you're like a Hollywood person. I'm talking internet culture, dude. If you're like a Hollywood actor and you're like, listen, I don't think that it's a good idea for 2-year-olds to be taking, blockers that are going to stop their natural, I don't even want to say the word. Rhymes with Geordie blockers. I don't think it's good for 2-year-olds to be taking those. And then all the woke Hollywood's like, do not ever give him another job. Like, no one was insulted by that. 100% of people agreed with it. 99.9% of people agreed with that. But like, just the only people who didn't agree are the people who control your entire career. And they were like, I'm sorry, did he say something transphobic? I think we're going to need a public apology, though. Listen, I was saying things I did not understand. I apologize for my hurtful words. I understand the struggle of people who struggle with gender, and I'm listening, I'm learning, and I'm evolving. And they're all good. You got your part back. Go ahead, call Netflix. You got your part back. You're all thank you. Okay, so if your incentive structure is not, I'm going to lose my job if I don't say sorry, then what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? Because in internet culture, all you did is just blew gasoline on it. Now, a bunch of Muslims who never would have known about this thing are like, what's he apologizing for? He made some Islamophobic comments. And then you might actually have, sure, there might be a handful of people who are actually angry about this. Well, you think the people who were mad before, are not angry now? You think they don't? Like, the people who have decided you're actually an Islamophobe, and then you apologize, they're all right, guys, he apologized. So I guess we can call off the dogs. That's not how this works. A person who gets offended by other people's words is looking for reasons to be offended. They're not looking for reasons to forgive you, dude. They are never looking for reasons. Like, do you know how hard it is to insult me? Like, honestly, I know I get in the comments all the time, like, nobody's better at complimenting themselves than Jesse on Fire. Maybe true. But there are certain things that I just know I'm like a strong person I can share with you guys on. And like, dude, not being hard to insult is a good trait, dude. Like, that's a good trait, Not seeing yourself as a victim is a good trait, right? It's going to be a good thing for your life. I have learned that through many years of experience. And so I can tell you, it is very hard to get under my skin. Very hard. Very hard to get under my skin, okay? And the reason for that is because I'm just kind of confident in what I'm doing. And so I'm never going to be a person who's like, that guy said that, let's get him. And if they did say that and they apologize, I wouldn't care. So like, let's say that someone did really set me off. Let's say some politician was like, listen, you guys, it is critical that we start teaching 3-year-olds about transition surgeries. We need to teach them that. And I'm like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? They're 3. They're 3 years old. And then that person came back. They're all, I'm sorry. I didn't mean what I said. You think I'm like, okay, cool. Hey, cool. They didn't mean what they said. Like, they didn't mean what they said, guys. They didn't mean what they said. The apology never makes sense. It never helps you. It never, ever, 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 ever helps you, dude. Unless you've got a studio executive who's going to give you your job back. So again, Andrew Tate walked you into a room and you, like, you know, the mafia, like you walk into a room, you don't know if you're coming out, you walk in, someone else shoots you. Like Andrew Tate literally walked you into a room, put a gun on the table and was like, here, go ahead, True Geordie, here, let me walk you into this room. What are you going to do? And then True Geordie walked in, took the gun and just shot himself in the head with the apology. It's like, and I guarantee Andrew Tate was smoking a cigar, just like, checkmate, son. Who's going to blow me up? I think I just blew you up. Anyway, so True Geordie, again, no hard feelings at all. At all. I'm just saying, apologizing. Generally not a good idea. For that reason. And Andrew Tate, well played, sir. Well played. I don't think either of you should blow yourselves up. I don't think either of you should apologize. I think you should do a grand summit for creators that talk about MMA, and you should invite me, and I'll say, hey guys, let's just all get along and just agree that Andrew Tate is not a chauvinist. He's just a realist that represents the voice of a lot of young, disgruntled little fuckers. Anyway, that's what I got. Love you guys.